Hey guys, so I am 7 weeks out now. I am super excited, but I just wanted to touch base on something that I've kind of been dealing with this last week, and it's kind of been bugging me. So lately, I've kind of been comparing myself to other competitors, which I usually do, and I usually use it as a motivator. It's not anything negative, so don't be like, oh, you should never do that. It's you versus you. I know it is you versus you, and right now, my only goal is to beat my package that I just brought to stage in May. That is my main goal. But I also want to place good. That's my second goal. And my third goal is to have a physique that others look up to. And so for that to be able to happen for a figure athlete, and that's what I want to figure girls to look up to me, you have to kind of know where your weaknesses and strengths are. So when I compare myself to another competitor, it's not like, oh wow, she's more ripped, I look shit. It's more so, oh wow, she has bigger delts. That's an area I should definitely work on. Or she has like very defined hamstrings. I need to work on that. So I usually use it as a motivator and just kind of a thing to see my weaknesses and strengths. That's what I usually use it as. This week, I have been comparing myself with girls that I'm possibly going to be going against, and it's kind of been like bringing me down a little bit. Like I'm like, wow, this sucks. Like she's so much more ripped. And already, like we still have 7 weeks, girl. Chill the fuck out. But no, it's good. You should always be ready more in advance than not ready at all. So I'm just jealous. That's all. But what's not fair to do to yourself is what I've been doing, and I'm natural right now, and I've been comparing myself to unnatural athletes. So athletes who are on steroids or substance enhancers. I'm literally on BCAAs and protein. Not even protein anymore because I'm keto and we took out my dairy. So I'm literally on BCAAs, sometimes glutamine if I'm super sore, and that's about it. No pre-workout, no nothing. So, and then there's other girls that are on everything under the fucking sun, and I'm like, wow, she's more ripped. No shit, she's more ripped. So I just want to touch base on that because you physically can't always compare yourself to some physiques, because for a female, some physiques are not possibly attainable to do naturally. They're just not. So being a natural athlete, you can't compare yourself to an unnatural athlete because they have those things, those steroids, to help them get that way. And without them, I guarantee you, they would not even look close to how their physique is. You wouldn't take a steroid for nothing. It does something for a reason. It takes that your physique to that next level that you couldn't get to naturally. That's why people go on things. If you could get as big, if men could get as big as Phil Heath naturally, they fucking would. But you can't. So you go on stuff to get that big. For women, most women take stuff because they can't get that big naturally, or they can't get that lean enough naturally, so they'll go on something. For most women, they'll start on Clen or Anavar or Winstrol, and those are all just ones to kind of shred fat, so they're really high intense fat burners. But the thing with those, and the thing for women using steroids, is there's side effects. There's consequences to anything you do. Kind of that's illegal, and for the side effects for those, for women, your clit can get larger, your voice can deepen, you can fuck up your fertility, so maybe say goodbye to having babies, your jaw will get hard and more defined, you will start extra hair growth, you will get acne on your back and other places, there's just a lot of extra side effects that you really have to take into consideration before doing steroids as a female. For males, those kind of side effects, more hair growth, they don't care. Like body hair growth, so like on your face and whatever, they don't care. Deeper voice, why would they care? But as a female, it makes you really, really unfeminine. And for fertility, If you don't want to be a parent, that's fine. But you know what? Also, maybe think about maybe you'd want one in the future. So you don't want to fuck up, even if right now you don't think you want kids. Could be something you want in the future. And now you fucked your chances of that happening up when you were 20 because you wanted an IFBB Pro card, which doesn't get you anywhere. I'm sorry, but IFBB Pro card, yes, that's what I'm personally working towards. But I know once I have that card, it doesn't change who I am. It's not going to make me any extra money. It's not going to define who I am. And at the end of the day, it's literally a 10-cent card. So, does it have meaning behind it and show how fucking hard you work to get there? Do I still want one? Yes, because it shows how hard you had, shows hard dedication, consistency, and motivation, and willpower, and everything. That's what that little card means, yes. But in 20 years, what will it still have such a strong meaning for you that it's worth taking off time of your life for? I don't know. So for me personally, these last little while, I've been kind of questioning if I should maybe go on something. Just because I'm like, why should I have to work just as hard, if not harder, than some of the girls I'm going to be competing against to never be able to attain the physique and look they have? I am working harder than they are to try and get to where they are, but I'm never going to get there naturally. I'm just not. So, should I be unnatural? Should I go on stuff? And I've been really thinking about this the last 2 weeks. I'm not going to lie. I'm being very open. And I decided that no, it's not worth it. I wrote a list. I wrote down the pros. I wrote down the cons. The cons were all the side effects that I talked about earlier. The cons were that my mom would fucking kill me. The cons were a lot. There was the only pro, there was only like 2 pros. I would get to the level of leanness I have always desired to get to. And I might be at an advantage / win my pro card at 20. But that's a might, because it's such a judgmental sport. Anything can happen. They could pick the softer girl this year. And that, you know what, the definition of figure is actually not to be hard. They want to see muscle separation, but they don't want to see every single muscle like you would in like physique. So they still want that soft and feminine side seen. So once I rated my pros and cons, and I made up my decision, but it is very, very hard. Unfortunately, I was talking to my coach, and I asked her, and I was like, do you really think that someone could get their pro card in a figure naturally? And she said, unfortunately, no. I think it's a evil drug or something like that, evil thing, because unfortunately, I don't think you can get to that level in bodybuilding anymore by being natural, which sucks. But you know what? Like I said, I weighed my pros and my cons, and having a family and living longer is more important to me than achieving a 10-cent pro card or a $5 trophy. With saying that, I am still going to try for a couple of years to get my pro card. But yeah, just weigh your pros and cons. Please do your research, and just know that just don't compare yourself to unnatural athletes. And believe me, half of the athletes that you would think are natural, even bikini girls are on stuff. Bikini girls are on fucking Clen and Anavar and whatever else. So don't compare yourself to anyone, because I bet you any money, if they're super, super lean for a female, it's so hard to get to, they're probably on something. So just focus on you. Focus on getting to the level of leanness that you can attain naturally, and just rock it. Honestly, just rock it.